Hello and welcome to another video review, this time about the new multispectral binoculars from Pulsar, the Merger Duo NXP50. Pulsar is based in Lithuania and it is still the market leader in thermal imaging for civilian use, and it is also one of the first companies which started to offer thermals for the civilian market. In the beginning of this year, so 2024, Pulsar introduced these multispectral binoculars on SHOT Show in Las Vegas, and it is part of the Merger series, which was introduced in the early 2022, and the Merger series replaced the Accolade devices. Since then, Pulsar gradually introduced new devices with different sensors and lens diameters. The new Merger Duo NXP50 can be directly compared to Merger XP50, which has basically the same thermal specifications, but now Pulsar added an additional night vision sensor to the device, which is in this tube here, to observe the objects in different wavelengths to get the best of both worlds. The thermal sensor offers great detection of warm objects at all distances, while the night vision sensor offers the best recognition capabilities even for cold objects at various distances. Who is searching for trophies knows that thermals can't display the antlers perfectly, since they are cold like the environment, but with the night vision sensor the antlers are perfectly visible also during the night, so that the hunter can evaluate them much easier than with thermals alone. The additional sensor of the Merger Duo comes also for a price, since the Duo does not feature a laser rangefinder like the XP50 does. Now if I start with the housing description, the device itself features great ergonomics like normal binoculars, and also the button position here on the top is perfect. You can very easily push every single button with ease, and it also doesn't matter if you are left-handed or a right-handed user, the binoculars fit really perfectly into the hands. The entire housing is made from durable magnesium alloy with some rubberized parts like here on top around the buttons, and also here on the side, here and here, so you have a better grip, but it adds also a bit of a additional protection. It has a protection rating of IPX7, so it is completely dust proof and waterproof, up to 1 meter of depth for 30 minutes. The oculars are made out of rubber, and they feature also this additional rubber piece to cover around the eyes, so you get no external light, so you get a better image, or it is much easier to look through the device during the day, and during the night the light that comes out of the device cannot escape, so you are much more invisible to your environment. The oculars themselves are very soft and nice to use. Interpupillary distance, as you can see here, can be adjusted from 63 to 74 millimeters, which is perfect. Because of that, almost all users or all people can use them. Oculars themselves, the diopter adjustment is also made out of rubber, and it is for both eyes separately, which is perfect. So like this you can really perfectly adjust the diopter to your eyes for the best image quality possible. The adjustments are easy to adjust, but still stiff enough so that you cannot make unintentional adjustments. Here on the front we have also the proximity sensor, maybe you can see it here, which detects if you use the binoculars or they are near your eyes, or if you do not use them. So when you go away from your eyes, the proximity sensor detects this and turns off the display to save the battery life. Here on the front we have also the battery compartment, which houses one APS-3 battery, and one additional battery is integrated into the device, so you get approximately 7 hours of operating time. Here on the top we have the 6 buttons to operate all the features on the device itself. On the bottom we have only here a small thread where you can screw in the included infrared illuminator, and also this additional piece if you want to mount the binoculars to a tripod. And here on the front we have also a USB-C port, again for the infrared illuminator, and also if you want to connect the device to an external PC or something, and if you want to download or update the device. And now from the front, here on top we have the button where you have to push inside and then the battery pops out on the other side. So it is really nicely made, so you can easily and very quickly change the battery. And also here on the front we have the thermal objective lens, and here for the night vision objective lens. Also the lenses are nicely covered with rubber and plastic covers, which really tightly close up the objective, so you get no dust into the objectives or to the lenses. What is also nice about these is that the covers are really easily replaceable, so if you have some damage you can very easily replace it. And also the objective cover itself can be turned in every position if you prefer. On both barrels separately we have also the focusing rings, so you can adjust the image to every distance separately for night vision and thermal to get the best image possible. The temperature range where this device can operate is from -25 degrees Celsius all the way up to 50 degrees Celsius. The dimensions are 207 millimeters in length, 140 millimeters wide, and it is 73 millimeters high. The device is, I have to say, quite heavy, with the battery included and with the infrared illuminator. The weight of this is 1320 grams, so it is quite heavy, but you have to consider that it features 2 big lenses, and with big lenses you get very good image, and I think for that the weight is quite reasonable. The MSRP of the Duo NXP50 is approximately 4,700 euros, so it is quite expensive, but again you get a lot of features and really good image quality for the price. The startup time is approximately 7 seconds, just a bit under 7 seconds, and immediately when the device turns on, you can go to the menu and make some changes. It features a sleep mode, like I said, with the proximity sensor, but you can also give the device or get the device to the sleep mode if you hold this on and off button for 2 or 3 seconds. Of course, this device has also connecting capabilities to a smartphone with Wi-Fi, with the Stream Vision 2 app, or with a cable to a PC with a USB-C here on the bottom, like I showed before. And this device features also Wi-Fi 2.4 GHz and also 5 GHz, so also older devices can be easily connected to this device. The entire merger is made in Europe, and most of the parts are directly made in Lithuania by Pulsar themselves. It comes with a 3 years warranty, and the service department is also in the EU in Lithuania. Now for the battery, as I said, it is here from the front. If you want to take it out, we have to push this button, and like you can see, the battery pops out. So the battery compartment is now like this. It comes with interchangeable APS-3 quick charge lithium-ion batteries with a capacity of 3200 milliamps. And inside of the device is an additional battery pack with 4000 milliamp hours capacity. So the capacity together is quite large, and at approximately 22 degrees Celsius you should get at least 7 hours of battery life. Of course, it depends how much you use the thermal or night vision capabilities, how long the display is on, and if you have the infrared on or off, or of course also if your device is connected to the Wi-Fi. All of these will drain the battery, and then the battery life will be of course less than 7 hours. The battery can be inserted just like this, so you just push it in, and like this it's already like this you can already start to use the device. The device itself has to be charged directly to this port here, but the external batteries can be also charged through this charger, which is of course included in the package. What I personally don't like is that the infrared illuminator comes in the USB-C port under here. So because of that, after every usage, if you want to charge the device, you have to mount or take the infrared illuminator down. In my opinion, they should make an additional USB port somewhere on the device so that you don't need to take this down every single time. The device features also a power indicator, which has a light here, and also inside of the device, especially with the new software, you see exactly the percentage how much the battery capacity is, so you can really easily know how long your device will still work. Now for the sensors, which are here and here. First about the thermal. It features uncooled micro bolometer with a resolution of 640 by 480 pixels, and the pixel pitch is 17 microns with a refresh rate of 50 Hz. The NETD is less than 25 millikelvins, and it features 3 calibration modes, which are automatic, manual, or semi-automatic. With the NETD less than 25 millikelvins, the image quality is really good, and you can really see very small differences in your observed objects. The second sensor, which is in this barrel here, is a CMOS type sensor with a resolution of 1920 by 1200 pixels, which is this night vision sensor. Display in the device is a AMOLED HD type display with a resolution of 1280 by 960 pixels, and the video recording and photo are of the same resolution. The device features an internal storage of 64 gigabytes, which is very large, and if you need more of the storage, the device features also compression feature, which you can turn on in the settings, and like that you can store a lot more videos and photos. The display itself is really big and also very nice to look at, and it is also very clear image, and the detail resolution, of course, is on the highest level. Because of the big display, it is also very comfortable to use the device. Now, optical specifications for the thermal. The focal length of the thermal is 50 millimeters with an aperture of 1.0, and the field of view is 218 meters at 1000 meters, which is quite large, especially for 50 millimeters focal length, and the range of detection is 1800 meters. In the settings, you can choose between 8 different color modes, and the minimum focusing distance is approximately 5 meters. You can look through the device also if you wear glasses, and magnification. The analog magnification is 3 times, but you have also 8 times digital zoom, so the magnification range is from 3 to 24 times. Now for the digital channel, the focal length is also 50 millimeters and the aperture is 1.4, but the analog magnification or the base magnification is 2 times, with also 8 times digital zoom, so you get a magnification from 2 to 16. The minimum focusing distance is also 5 meters, and the eye relief of the eyepieces is 12 millimeters. Now for the infrared illuminator, which is here with this device separately, can be attached if needed, but as I previously said, in my opinion it would be better if it would be integrated, because mostly because the device cannot be charged directly when it is attached, and also when it is attached it stands out of the device quite a lot, so if you want to attach, you have to open the USB-C port like this, and then the infrared illuminator has to be attached like this. You have to screw it in, and when it's tight, then the infrared illuminator is secured in place. Like you can see here, it stands a lot, quite a lot out of the merger itself. It does not interfere with the ergonomics itself, but in my opinion it would be better if it would be somehow integrated into the device itself. The beam direction can be adjusted like this. You can see the objective of the illuminator can be adjusted so that it is perfectly in your image. but the size of the beam cannot be adjusted, so your beam size is fixed. It has 3 intensity settings, which can be adjusted with the minus button in the device, and the wavelength is 940 nanometers, so it is completely invisible for all of the animals. With a short press on the minus button, you can adjust the intensity settings, and with a long press, the infrared illuminator turns off. And now for the other buttons. With the blue button here, with a long press, you turn on or turn off the device, and with a short press, you calibrate the thermal sensor. Then we have the photo or video button. With a short press, you start the video or take the picture, and with a long press, you switch between photo or video mode. Then we have the switch button, where you can switch between thermal vision or night vision, and with a long press you enter the picture-in-picture mode with different modes. So if your entire display is in the night vision, then with holding this you enter the picture-in-picture mode, and the small picture on top is then in the thermal. And if your main observing is with the thermal, and with the picture-in-picture, then you get the small image with the night vision. So it is really nice to look with both at once. Then here we have the menu button. With a short press you enter the quick menu, where you can adjust the brightness, contrast and amplification of the thermal. And the minus is, as I said, for the infrared illuminator, and with the plus, with the short press you adjust the magnification, and with a long press you enter the picture-in-picture mode, but the small picture on top gets magnified. Okay, now for the menu itself, I will show you the menu directly on my phone. This is now the Stream Vision 2 app. To enter the app, you have to first connect the device in the settings to the Wi-Fi connection, and then you open the Stream Vision 2 app, and you get this image here. Here on top left we have the information button, where we see all of the information about our device. On the top right, just under the battery, we have the 3 dots, where you have the possibility to disconnect, remove the device, or if you want to connect the device automatically or not. Then on the bottom, the blue device, where it stands device, is this menu you see here. Then the second one, we have the gallery, so everything you make with the device comes to the gallery itself. Then we have the news about Pulsar, and lastly on the right, the settings. Here we have also some main settings we can adjust, and if we go here, then we entered a new menu where we can check the device if it has some new firmware available. And here on the bottom we also see some information about the device. Now if we go back to the device itself and to the viewfinder, we get the image which is now in the device, and with a short press you can see I entered now the main the quick menu, where we can adjust the brightness, contrast, and also the amplification level, and also the magnification level. Then the stereometric rangefinder, and this is it for the quick menu. Now with a long press, we enter the main menu. If I start on the top, we have first the amplification level, which is normal, high or ultra. So this is for the thermal sensor, of course. Then we have the smoothing filter, so the edges are a bit smoother when you observe. Then we have the color modes. Here are all of the different color modes. 8 are all together. Then we have the user mode. If we turn this on, the device saves our last setting that we made for the picture, so the contrast and the brightness levels and so on. Then the next one, we have the display settings. With display dimming, this is perfectly for the night, so the display gets really dark. And then we have the overlay brightness, where we can adjust from 1 to 10 how bright you want to have your menu. The next one is the Wi-Fi settings. Here you have to turn on if you want to connect the device to your smartphone. Then the password, access level, and the Wi-Fi band, as I said, 2.4 or 5 GHz. For the older devices 2.4, and for the newer devices the 5 GHz. Next one is the microphone, if we want to turn it on or off for your videos. Calibration mode, manual, semi-automatic or automatic. And then we have the general settings, where you can adjust the language, date, time, units of measure. Then if you want to adjust to turn on or off your proximity sensor, personally I think this should be always on, but for the video purposes now I have to turn it off, because of without I cannot show you the menu. Then video compression, if you want to have more space for the videos. Then we have the viewing channel activation, if you want only night vision or only thermal or both. Then automatic shutdown, you can adjust if you want that the device turns off automatically, which I would also personally always have on. Then if you want to reset the device to default settings, and if you want to format your internal storage. If we go back, then we have the defective pixel repair. So if you see somewhere a defective pixel, you can go on it and repair it. And lastly, we have some device information, which is everything about the device itself. Now for the app itself, on the right upper corner we have the settings, where you can adjust everything the same like in the device itself. Then we have the calibration button here, picture-in-picture mode, you can turn it on or off. We can adjust the magnification, then the contrast settings, brightness settings, and the left one is that you go back to the main page. On the bottom we have the mode view, then we have the device gallery on the lower left side. Then in the middle you can make the video, and on the right side you can make your photos. Okay, this is all about the app. Okay, now what do you get in the box? First of all, you get the carrying bag with the carrying straps. Then the straps for the device itself, I took them off because it's much easier for the video, but they come here to the side, and then you can more easily carry the device around. Then we have a charging adapter with a EU socket for USB-C and USB connection. Then a cleaning cloth, a quick start guide in different languages, a tripod mount or tripod adapter, and of course the cable for the charging and the charger itself, which is for 2 APS-3 batteries. Okay, now if we come to a short summary, first of all, the positives. The main positive thing in my opinion is the image quality, especially with the thermal, with the NXP50 sensor, which is currently one of the best sensors on the market. You really get very high quality image. And also on the night vision, with the night vision sensor, you get extremely good images, but to approximately, in my opinion, to approximately 8 times zoom. Everything higher, the image quality gets a bit pixelated, so you do not see it perfectly anymore. Especially if you compare this device to other devices on the market already with the 4K sensor, I think this one has a hard time to compete. But for, let's say, 100 meters to look at antlers, it's perfectly suitable, and you really get a high definition image to look at. Then next thing is the build quality itself, and the ergonomic design. It's, in my opinion, perfect. It is very well made. I like also that the device has a built-in battery and also a replaceable battery, and the additional batteries are not very expensive. I think they are with approximately 40 or 50 euros, not so expensive, and you can really carry a few with you when you go out, because they are not big and heavy. 7 hours of operating time is also quite a long time, and it is also perfect. And lastly, with the proximity sensor is also a great feature, which additionally saves the battery life. Now, where do I see room for improvements? It is a quite big and heavy device, but as I previously said, you have to consider that it has 2 big lenses, and with this the weight has to be on the higher side. And with the big lenses you also get a bigger or a better image quality, so yeah, it is reasonable in my opinion. Then the next thing is that the device does not feature a laser rangefinder, which I really like in night vision devices. Then the infrared illuminator, as I previously said, I would really like to see an integrated one that does not stand out of the device so much, and that the USB-C port would still be free if it is attached. And lastly, the price. It is quite expensive with 4,700 euros, but it still features, it has a lot of features, and especially with one of the best thermal sensors on the market, I think it is a reasonable price. Okay, I hope I covered everything about the new Pulsar merger Duo NXP50, and that you found this video review useful. If you have any additional questions, click the link below, and if you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.